it is, then by default, whoever you brought along has just as much, control and power as you do. So you want to think about if you want your LLC to be member managed or manager managed. And so this brings me to where I ended off on part 3, mentioning the operating agreement. The operating agreement is absolutely overlooked in the states where it can be overlooked. A lot of times it is. Most of the time it is. The states that do require those things, kudos. But the states that don't, and again require just the bare minimum, the operating agreement probably is not drafted. And if it is drafted, it's either drafted to the bare minimum, or it's something that someone has taken offline and used it and applied it to their business, where the issue with both those things, if it's bare minimum, it's probably not covering the things that you need to cover, or it's not growing with you. And if it's taking just offline, then you're probably actually binding yourself to something that doesn't even apply to you. And then if and when something comes up and you use your operating agreement, you may have, come down and made a decision on something in a way that you wouldn't have done it. But you have used operating agreement you found online and it doesn't even apply to you. And then also that doesn't look great if there ever is a situation that you have to submit your operating agreement to a court or something like that. And then they're reading the operating agreement and they can clearly tell this operating agreement has nothing to do with how you operating and possibly the type of service or product that your company has to offer. So that is a big issue. So either individuals don't have one, they have the bare minimum, or they go find something online that may, cause more hurt and harm than help. And so with the operating agreement, you want to include what I just mentioned. Are you member managed or manager managed? You want that in the operating agreement. You want to spell that out. So with some states, you don't have to put that information on the Secretary of State. You just have to put the information that they request, and that's not one of the things they request. Some states may say you have an option to include other information, the option to include different provisions that will go in your articles of organizations for the public to see. You have that option, but it's not mandatory in some states. And so those states that is not mandatory, you want to make sure that you have an operating agreement and that you are, mentioning if you are member managed or manager managed. And the states that are required, then of course